Hello, everyone, and greetings and salutations from Surin, Thailand. My name is Robert Wilson, and I'm a native ESL teacher from Boulder, Colorado. I created this group for one reason, everybody, because I wish someone had told me all of the things that I'm sharing with you. Okay. I work for Native Camp. I also teach for VIP Kids. I've been with Native Camp for almost 2 years now, and I've been with VIP Kids going on 4 months. Okay, but I've changed Chinese platforms. Whenever I have an issue, I've been known to resign. So, anyway, I'm going to try to make this as short and sweet as possible and give you as much information as I possibly can. So let's start with the requirements, the criteria for being a native teacher. Okay. First of all, if to be a native teacher, you have to hold a passport from one of the Five Eyes countries. What are the Five Eyes country? The Five Eyes are America, Canada, the UK, Australia, and New Zealand. Okay. And I know there's a lot of people going, well, I'm from South Africa. I'm a native speaker. I didn't come up with the criteria, people. Okay. This is something that came up internationally. And even some platforms now are only accepting Americans and Canadians. Okay. So let's start with your academic requirements. You must have a 4-year degree. It doesn't matter what your degree is in. It could be in philosophy. It could be in psychology. It doesn't matter. You have to have a Bachelor of Science or a Bachelor of Arts degree. Okay. You have to hold a 4-year college degree. You must have a TEFL, a TESOL, or a CELTS teaching certificate. Okay. If you don't have one, I recommend you go to Teach Your Record. Okay. Just recently, I did an experiment. I have a TEFL from many years now, from the International TEFL Academy. But I was curious and I wanted to do an experiment and see if their TEFL certificate was any good. And it's a 120-hour certificate. It took me only 2 hours, less than 2 hours to complete it. But granted, I'm an experienced veteran teacher. I've been doing this for many years. And I used it for VIP Kids, and it was accepted. And it's been accepted from VIP Kids, Magic Years, and Wales English. So those are the 3 top AAA platforms, people. So if you need a TEFL certificate, go get it for free. Okay. If you're not an experienced teacher, you can watch a video on YouTube and it will give you the answers. Okay. And I know all these people go, well, that's cheating. Man, we have 2 objectives here. Okay. One is to be effective teachers, to make sure that our students are learning and improving and developing their English abilities. 2, to make money. People, that's it. This is the real world, right? We're not in college anymore. It's not a game. If you want to copy and paste off of other people's PowerPoint presentations, if you want to use links, do whatever you need to do to be an effective teacher. That's not cheating, right? That's called improvising, adapting, and overcoming to be successful in this world, right? Life is hard enough, right? Work smarter, not harder, people. All right. So that's the academic requirements. Last but not least, they run background checks on you now, people. Any Chinese company, it's the law. So if you have any type of sexual offenses or violent offenses, the Chinese companies won't take you, right? Native Camp, they won't run a background check on you, right? I don't even think you need a TEFL certificate to get into Native Camp, but they accept non-native teachers, and most of their teachers are really bad. Okay, but anyway, what else do we need? Let's see. That covers the academics. Now, technical requirements. Okay, what do you need as far as your hardware goes? A lot of platforms will let you teach with an i3 processor and 4 gigabytes of RAM. However, if you're going to run Minicam like I do, and I recommend that you do, right? Because I'll keep props, right? I keep for he and she, his and hers, right? I keep props, prepositions, right? I do the teddy bear in the bag, the bear's in the bag, the bear's under the bag, the bear's. I keep some props, but I threw most of my props away 6 years ago. right? Once you start using Minicam, you'll never go back. So you have the teachers that use Minicam, and then you have the teachers that don't. And the teachers that do are going to make more money, bottom line, because their class is going to be more enriched, it's going to be more interactive, and it's going to be more entertaining. Not just for the children, it's for the adults, because you can share photos, you can share videos, you can just make class more interactive. So if you're not using Minicam, you're in the Stone Age. All right, you either start using it or stay in the Stone Age. If you don't evolve, you will become extinct, period. All right, you're going to need a headset, right? Noise canceling is good. I go through it 1 or 2 a year. So I use the H101 Logitech, people. It's $15, Amazon. I use Logitech Wi-Fi infrared mouse, right? $15, okay? I do use really good computers. I would go with Dell, but you need a minimum of an i5 processor with 8 gigabytes of RAM if you're going to run Minicam, minimum. On top of that, internet connection, people, right? You can't work if you're not connected, right? So I use a 5G connection. I pay a little more here in Thailand, but it rocks. I'll share my speed test with you people. You people are going to go, wow, man, Robert's internet speed is off the charts. Infrastructure. When I taught from Mexico, man, there was times I lost power, and I lost up to $400 on a weekend, one weekend. Okay. Cancellations. If you lose a class or you cancel a class because you've lost power for any reason, Native Camp will only take what you make. So if you make $9 per 25-minute slot like I do, if you miss it, they take that from you. Now, the Chinese platforms, okay, they're much more stringent. If you miss a class for a Chinese platform, they're going to take your pay plus 50%. So they're going to make money off of you, right? They don't lose money. It's a win-win for them. So that's the technical aspect of it. Let's move on to onboarding, okay? All the onboarding processes are similar, but they're all different, right? Basically, you have to pass an initial information stage, right? Basic information, and that'll get you in the door for an interview, okay? Once you pass your interview, you have to do a demo, right? To show that you're competent and capable of teaching. Native Camp's onboarding is the easiest I've ever been through, right? Because you're dealing with a bunch of non-native teachers. They don't know what they're doing anyway. And VIP Kids, on the other hand, was one of the most difficult onboarding processes I ever went through. I think it took me almost a month to get through that. Yeah, I had to jump through all kinds of hoops. Now, I'm going to do something for you people that's unheard of, right? You never have these people promoting their platforms, right? That I'll promote Native Camp and I'll promote VIP Kids because I believe in them, right? I'm going to open up my pay for you today, right? So when you watch this video or before, you can check out how much I've earned in these, by past 2 weeks, right? Bi-monthly, because Native Camp pays me every 2 weeks. I can choose my pay. If I want to get paid weekly from VIP Kids, I can choose to be paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Okay, so what I choose to do, what works for me is I get paid every 2 weeks from Native Camp, and I get paid monthly from VIP Kids. So that's the way I work it. I balance my time between 2 platforms simply because Native Camp is more flexible. I can open and close my slots whenever I want to. If they're not booked, I can just close them. Now, VIP Kids, I have to get booked further in advance, but I have more stable bookings. And I can cancel or block, but that means I have to plan 2 months ahead of time. So if I'm going to take a vacation or if I'm going to take time off from VIP Kids, I have to close that time so that I don't get booked. If I have something that comes up in emergency, we're allowed to take emergency time off, but they want some type of legit reason, right? You have an appointment, I have to go to the immigration to fix my visa, like something like that would be considered a valid excuse. Okay. What else do we have here? Um, I think that's about it, everybody. I'm the benevolent dictator of this group. Okay, so one thing that I will not tolerate is this investment crap links, Bitcoin that has nothing to do with what we're doing here. Okay, I created this group for one reason, right? Because it's a symbiotic relationship. Every teacher has something to offer, right? Knowledge, experience, advice, and every teacher has something to gain or learn from another teacher, right? So this is an open space where teachers can share and ask questions and offer advice and help each other out, right? If I can help one of you people get a better job or learn how to use Minicam and get your bookings to increase, you know, good for you. I'm going to get good karma points. Maybe in this life or the next, I'll get a little better luck, right? We all need better luck. I want to share a little bit of my history with you. I have been an ESL teacher since 2004. Okay. I never planned. I never said, you know what, I want to go to school. It's my dream to teach English. Okay. My second wife divorced me in 2004, and I went to Mexico. I just wanted to party and chase women, people. I had, but I always go to the gym. And every morning I would leave my home at about 7 a.m. My neighbor, Jesus, he owned a teaching institute, okay, a language institute. He spoke French, Italian, and English, aside from his native Spanish. And every morning while we walked in the same direction, he would say, Robert, when are you going to come by and visit me at the school and say hello to the kids? And I'd say, look at me, you know what? I don't have time for that, right? After I got out of the gym, I just wanted to go have a few beers and chase women. But finally, one day he said, hey, listen, Robert, I'll tell you what. This Saturday, if you come in, right, and you just hang out for a couple hours, read to the kids, ask and answer questions for them and with them, afterwards, I'll take you to lunch and we'll have a few beers. So I said, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I went in, and the kids, they loved me. And as it turned out, I had been teaching my entire life. I had been training Marines in the military. I had been training people in the gym. So in a sense, I had been teaching my whole life. I just hadn't been teaching English. But they thought I was really cool. And then a few months later, a young lady, a little cute young lady with long red hair came in the gym, and they said, is there a Robert here, a native teacher Robert here? Fresnillo was a small town, maybe 100,000 people. I said, I'm Robert, but I'm not a teacher. Well, don't you teach at the Institute? I said, well, I go in on the weekends, I'm really not a teacher. And she said, I'm from Politecnico, the local university, and we would really like to have you come in and interview with us. So I went in and I took a TOEFL exam, and I scored off the charts, right? I never took English. English was probably my worst subject at school because I had a really high vocabulary. I had some interesting parents. My father never treated me like a child. So if I told my father, Dad, it really doesn't matter, my father would tell me, Bob, you mean it's irrelevant? So this is how my vocabulary started to become like an adult when I was a little child. I would say, hey, Dad, look how clean my room is. And he would say, Bob, this room isn't clean. This room is immaculate. So that's how my vocabulary was actually higher than my teachers when I was in elementary school. So life is what happens while you're busy making plans, people. I never decided to become an ESL teacher. ESL teaching found me. The same thing happened with me in Mexico City in acting. I never looked to become an actor. My acting career found me. Okay. And now I've made my way to Thailand, and I'm really happy. I love my life, right? So if I can help any of you have a little bit of what I have, hey, please feel free to look me up. You can private message me. You can ask me questions on the platform, whatever. Cool. So right now I've been really busy. I've been teaching 15, 16 classes a day, every day. Today I had time to make this video because I only taught 13 classes. So, hey, I hope everybody makes a lot of money and stay healthy, everyone. Ciao. Thank you.